good.
I was just happened to chat with you briefly backstage, and the new show, I got to see a couple of episodes, and it's so funny this season.
Thank you.
And great, not just funny, but also just excellent. Thank you, Louis C.K.
Oh, you're welcome.
I have to say, one thing, though, it surprises me, because I would not have guessed this about you.
Yeah, I'm kind of fat when you're
known you for a while. Is in a way, you've revolutionized how things are viewed and sold on the internet.
Right.
You started with your stand-up special.
Yeah.
Which you offered exclusively on
my
internet,
website, on louisck.com. And it was a stand-up special that I shot and put out on the site for $5 and made it easy to steal and just asked people not to. And we made $1 million in like 10 days.
It worked.
Yeah, it really worked.
It is remarkable.
It was weird.
I don't think that would work for everyone.
No, maybe not.
I think if I asked people not to steal, they'd come and take everything out of my house.
Yeah.
But for you, people decided not to steal.
It sits there and it just sells, and people enjoy it, and it's cheap. It's $5. It's like if you steal something worth $5, you're a real. You know? And I also made it very easy. People don't have to get emails. There's no company there's nothing to join.
There's no mailing list. They don't sign you up.
Unless you want it. You have to really want it.
Now, what you've done with your concert tour is interesting, too, because the tickets can only be purchased on your website.
Yeah, we did exactly the same thing. I'm going on tour starting in October all over the country and in theaters, but you can only buy tickets on my website. So it's the same. They're cheaper, and all those crazy ticket charges, they're just gone. We got rid of those.
And maybe even the best thing about it, I think, is that people can't really scalp the tickets. You don't have to go through ticket brokers because you have to be the person. If you buy the tickets, they check and make sure you're the guy that goes.
You got to actually call me at my house and say, I sold it to this dude. And we have a clause that's not in the terms and conditions thing that nobody reads. It's right over the buy button. It says, if you sell this for more than the price, then you will turn it off. We'll kill this ticket.
Right.
We'll give you your money back, but we'll cancel the ticket. So, and there's some sites where we'll be able to do that. I've got guys doing it. We've got like a little thing of these cops that are it's really fascinating and weird, but it won't work 100% of the time. But if you buy a ticket from somebody for more than $45, which is what all our tickets are, it might die before you get to the show.
Yeah.
It's a risk. When you get to the venue, they'll just go, that's no good.
This ticket is no good, and you're screwed out of your money.
That's right.
So I would not imagine you being so tech savvy. Are you into technology and that sort of thing?
You know, some of it is too much, you know. Like I don't have an iPhone. I had an iPhone, and it's just so absorbing. It's just like having a pencil that can, you know, it's just too, I just want to write something down. I don't want a whole panoramic experience. And I think people are a little naive about it, what they're giving away, because like people are so excited to have geotags. There's a company that always knows where you are. Like, what are you, nuts?
Yeah.
And there's a new thing, the cloud. They want you to go to the cloud. And they are selling it as a great idea. You don't need your stuff. Just give it to us. We'll keep it on the cloud. It's fine. You don't have to. And you're like, really? But those are my pictures. And we'll keep it on the cloud. You pay a little rent to have it up on the cloud. And the way they're going to talk you into this is that you get to have a smaller device, because you don't need to keep the stuff on it. You understand? That's why, okay, like this, somebody gave me this iPhone. This is what an iPhone is right now, okay? Now, it's gonna, when they tell you you want to keep it on the cloud, they're gonna say, this is the iPhone now. The next iPhone is just gonna be this. It's just gonna be this, and it's just gonna be this thing, because you need this to store all your movies and stuff on. But you're just gonna have this, and you just rub and go, ooh, I want to see Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise will be all around your face. And then you want to see, you know, Selma Hayek, and then you take it and you that's how it's gonna work.
I'll give you $10,000 for that thing right now. Wow. All right. So
that's how it's going to work.
You're reminding me a little bit of the Unabomber, but I think that's okay. I think that's all right. I won't touch that. Have you been enjoying your success? Because you're a guy that every comedian loved for a long time, but most people didn't know about you, and now a lot of people know about you. Yeah. And in my imagination, that doesn't work for you. I don't know. Is it a good thing?
Well, it's weird. I'm at odds with it. I don't like when I'm kind of famous, and it makes me uncomfortable because I'm just a guy, and so sometimes people come up to me in the street and they say stuff, and that's kind of nice, you know. Sometimes I'm with my kids and they do it, and they just don't give a shit about my kid. They just step between me and my child. and say, hey, dude, I want a picture, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
People don't care about children. People don't respect children. If I'm with a lot of times I'll be with my daughter and she'll be crying. A lot of times she's crying. So she'll be crying because I'm a bad father. But so this happens to me a lot. My daughter's crying and some lady sticks her face in my kid's face and goes, why are you crying?
Great.
Yeah, first of all, no one cries unless it's intensely personal. Nobody cries for something that you would just tell a stranger. Oh, because my mother doesn't love me. Or what, you know, what are you, why are you? And whenever she's crying, you are definitely not the solution with your big, red, meaty, gonna die soon
Strange face. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but you did, you've gotten maybe the greatest validation you could get as a comic and an actor, which is, and not the Emmy nomination was
I'm not
great.
sure what you're talking about.
You're probably, but it's being asked to be in a Woody Allen movie.
That's right, yeah.
Right? I mean, that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, that was really nice, yeah.
And how did that work exactly?
Well, I grew up loving Woody Allen. He's the greatest to me, and he's a real, you know, he's just a beacon artistically.
You can see that love in your show, I think, certainly.
Yeah. And so I found out that he was interested in me being in a movie, but he wanted me to read for it. He wanted me to audition, but he wanted to meet me in audition. So I went to see him in his office, and I mean, my heart was pounding. It was really difficult.
Yeah.
And he was very nice, and he said, I know you can act, but I just want to see you try this part because it's a really tough guy, like tougher than you in person. So I tried to be this kind of tough guy, but my heart was beating. Like I was really nervous.
Well, it's probably good.
Well, tough guys don't get nervous.
Yeah, but if your heart stops beating, you die.
That's right. That's right. That's a good point. So you got to be grateful.
So you obviously you did well, right?
I know, I tanked it.
You
I didn't get the part. And well, so he said, here's another part, way smaller. And I'm happy with the little part.
Oh, wow.
I'm so happy with the little part because the other one made me nervous. It's a really tough guy. So then I find out that they gave that part to Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, he's a tough guy.
True. Dice is playing. First of all, the fact that I auditioned for a part that Dice got is really
You two
bizarre.
are interchangeable.
Oh,
yeah.
Totally. But so Dice got the part, and I know him. And
you do know him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he called me to both of us say, hey, we're in this movie, and he told me his story of him meeting Woody. And it was the greatest pleasure for me because he did himself and Woody. Like he did his own character, and then he did a beautiful Woody Allen impression.
Really?
Yeah, so he's like, talking to Woody, and I got these sideburns, you know, big sideburns. And Woody says, would you mind shaving the sideburns? Is that much of a problem? And I'm like, Woody, I'll do anything for you with what I got. Oh, and he says, my retina's bothering me. And yeah, my retina's too. Hey, yeah.
Louis C.K. is with us. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. More Louis.
That's my car.
Okay?
Well, I got to get it out of there.
So we're working.
But you didn't say you guys were going to be doing all that.
Well, you shouldn't have parked there.
What the hell are you guys doing anyway?
I don't know.
That is Louis. It premieres season 3 at 10:30 on Thursday on FX. Louis, I have to admit, hilarious. I also find it kind of heartbreaking when I see a car get destroyed on television or in the movies.
Yes. Well, you know, it's funny. Usually there's picture cars, and when you want to destroy a car on TV, they go get you a car that the engine's dead, but the car looks okay.
Right.
So it's usually, it costs about $700 for like a, you know, Ford Taurus, 92 Ford Taurus, you know. But I know all these prices. But the character in the show that I am, it's me, drives a Infiniti, a black Infiniti of the current model era. So when you want something specific, you got to just get the car. So we just bought an
You bought an Infiniti.
Yeah, that laugh was $11,000.
You got to get that shot right.
Yeah, exactly. We had one take, too.
It's funny that you had to have an Infiniti, and yet on your show, like, we'll look back and, like, your neighbors are different people.
Yeah.
And And the cast, you'll
That's
change
right.
a cast member randomly.
I've had 2 different moms on the show. I have. 3 different sister characters that have come and gone, and a brother who has only been on 1 season. He's gone.
In the second episode,
but it's not like I kill the characters. It's like they never existed.
they
I just
just
stopped using them.
suddenly are different people. In
That's
the second
right.
episode, your ex-wife
Yeah, first time I've had an ex-wife.
is African American,
Yes.
which neither of your daughters
No,
is even.
they're extremely
they're
white.
Very, very white children.
But my wife is played by a black woman, Susan. Her name is not Susan.
Name.
Can you just find out later and
Is she related to Larry?
That's gotta feel horrible. She's so good. Anyway, she's really good. And so she was good enough to play the person, and I didn't care. And as far as her being black, the only thing that, she's very different from my ex-wife in real life. My ex-wife and I have a great relationship. I feel lucky that I'm raising kids with her. I really do. But this woman is harsher on the show, and she's puts a lot of pressure on me. Like, she's a professional, and she wants me to kind of step up. So there's a scene later in the season where she's trying to get me to get a real job. And when a black woman tells you to get a job, it's just more. it's just get a job. Like, it just hurts more. It's just, so that's why.
You listen
Exactly.
closely.
So she's just bringing a different palette of ideas and, language that I wouldn't have.
You're very flexible when it comes to humans.
If the character works for the show,
Not
then
so much
I don't
with
care
cars.
about the racial, but it's got to be a Black Infinity. It's got to be Black Infinity. That's what I drive.
Your concert tour, and tell me if this is correct, you guys sold 80,000 tickets in 1 day online.
That's right.
Wow. Are there any tickets left?
Yeah, there's very few. 15 shows sold out. We were adding shows in every city, and more than half the shows are sold out. We've made, I think, grossed like $4 million, and it just keeps going. So it'll be sold out in like a week, but then I got to do the show.
And then you got to do the shows. Yeah. All right. Well, if you want a last chance at Louis' shows, you go to louisck.com or louisck.net.
Either one, louisck.com or net. Doesn't
It's
matter which one.
Louis, no E on it, but the show is called Louis with an E.
That's
He's
right.
a very confusing man, but funny. Third season premiere Thursday night on FX. We'll be right back with Zoe Kazan.